Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Hopefully you guys were successful at working on the first in-class assignment. So let's start off by setting our seed for class 1. I'm going to set that at 100. And then I'm going to call class.1. I'm going to set it equal to our norm. Random numbers from a normal distribution. Going to select 20 different grades. I want this distribution to have a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 5. So if I run that, take a look at class 1, we see that we have a bunch of random grades. It looks like we have a mean of approximately 75, so I think we were successful at that. Let's work on class 2. We can set our seed at 200. And then class 2, we can have use the R norm function again. We're gonna have select 20 random numbers with a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 5. Okay, now we're gonna have class 3. We're gonna set our seed again. You know what? I can actually just copy and paste this. We will work on writing functions later on in the class, which will speed up this kind of tedious process. I'm being it's a little bit redundant typing all of these classes, but we will work on writing functions where we can automate this process and make it a lot more efficient. But as of right now, I'll do it kind of the slow version. So now we have 4 classes, and then I'm going to hopefully have my 5th class, which we'll call class 5. And great, so now we have our 5 different classes. We can take a look at them in the console. Class 1, we can look at class 2, we can look at class 3, and so on. So that's how you're going to find, I think that answers this section. Each class consists of 20 random grades with a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 5. But I think I also wanted you to put them into a data frame. So now we have to combine all of those classes into a data frame. So I'm going to create a data frame called df.classes. I'm going to set it equal to this data frame function, and then I'm going to type all of my classes: class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, and class 5. Okay, so I can run that line of code. I think it just popped up in my R environment. And I wanted you to find the interquartile range. And I gave you a hint earlier on that to find the interquartile range, you use the summary function. So I'm going to use the summary function, and I'm going to type my data frame classes. And we can look in our console and find that we have the interquartile range of each class. So class 1 is the first quartile is a 73. We have a median of 75, and then the third quartile we have a value of 76. And they're pretty similar for all of the 5 classes because they all were selected from a normal distribution with the same mean and standard deviation. So that's not quite a surprise. And then after you created that data frame, I think I asked you to create a 6th class. We can call that class 6. And then I think, just to look at my question, I think it was add a new class of the data frame consisting of grades from 60 to 78 at intervals of 2. So you're going to use the sequence function to answer this question. So we want a sequence from 60 to 78, and we wanted this at intervals of 2. So we can run this line. It looks like we've successfully created class 6. And then I wanted you to add that to the data frame called data frame classes. We can call this class 6, class.6, and we can set it equal to the values in class 6. And if we want to take a look at what this new data frame classes looks like, we can actually in addition to just printing it out like we've done earlier, where we just type it out and run the line of code. If you just want to look at the first 5 rows of a given data frame, a function that I like to use a lot is the head function, which will just show the top portion of your data frame. So I'm going to type head df classes on that line, and we can see that we've successfully added this 6th class to our data frame called data frame classes. And that concludes this in-class assignment. And that also concludes all of the work that we've done in class 2 of Florida Data Sciences 24-part series, Introduction to Data Science. I hope you guys learned a lot today, and stay tuned for class 3, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.